well, lose weight. If you have any type of autoimmune deficiency,
Mm-hmm.
it'll help you reset your autoimmune, your metabolic function. It helps with insulin resistance. Oh, clavicular. Yeah, you wish. This guy thinks he's glad. That's hilarious. So what else?
That's interesting.
Why does that person think he's Clav? Like put a name as Clavier and then put a picture and then come in here pretending like he's Clavier. Like he doesn't think that we're gonna figure out that like what are people so stupid? But yeah, and so to reverse insulin resistance.
Wait, are you trying to lose weight?
I have been losing weight. I've been losing weight consistently for since about June of 2025. So I've been doing really good.
So you're going on 1 year of weight loss?
Yeah, there were some, like the beginning of this year, I did, it was last year. I did the lion diet, like carnivore, like hard
Are
diet.
you going to the gym?
No, I work out at home. I can't go to the gym.
Why not?
Because I have people that are in my home that have severe, very low immunity, and a cold can take them out. So I can't be around other people like that.
What? You can't go out into society?
Only for like grocery store runs.
What's the difference between a grocery store run and healthy people in a gym sweating?
Well, one is necessary and the other isn't. I need to go get food to live.
Oh, I think we just figured out the weight problem. One is necessary, one isn't. I think we just figured out the equation in balance.
No, sir. Hold on.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. We have been diagnosed and we are prescribing medicine. Time to get that LA Fitness membership. $14.99 a month with a 1 year $90 service fee.
I didn't say exercise is not necessary. I said going to a gym is not necessary. You can exercise at home. You could walk. You could do your reps. I do cowbell. I do 10 sets of 3 sets of 10 of the when you put your arms out in front of you and you dip all the way down with your knees.
What do you think these immune deficiency people in your residence would say if you were to say, I'm going to the gym to work out? Do you think they would be like, don't do it, you're going to kill us? Come on. I mean, it's all in your fucking head.
Yeah, you're being insensitive and you don't understand. Like when I said that a cold can literally I could kill somebody.
A cold could kill someone?
A cold, if my mom gets a cold. Stop being fucking insensitive. You're a fucking prick, okay? I wouldn't talk. Listen, don't be insensitive.
I'm just merely telling you about this joyful thing called the GYN.
It's not. No,
I have a membership to the Joy Gym. The JOY GYN.
But you know my mom has terminal cancer, right?
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
Well, that sucks. I've witnessed family members experience that, and it's not joyful. It's very painful.
Okay, were you there taking care of them?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, okay. And so, were you able to just go in and go to the gym and walk around?
Yeah.
You were with them 100% of the time?
Yeah. He was already dying. I don't think my gym experience was going to change his experience. He was already terminal.
So you took care of him, like, what, for a month?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm hoping that because I'm taking care of him, it's not just going to be a fucking month.
My sister hired 24-hour nursing care at $10,000 a month. I was like, $10,000 a month? I was like, I'll take that job. And the nurse, he was like, come on. He's like, will you go into my other bedroom there and clean the windows? And the nurse is like, sir, I'm your nurse, not your housemaid. And he goes, all right, well, get over here and empty my piss bucket. I was like, holy shit. He was angry. You know, dying in pain, I'd probably be angry too. Slow, painful death, anger. But, you know, if you're at peace with your passing, it's a much better place to be. But that's the type of personality my uncle had. He was like fighting out of mere habit, you know, because he was like such a disciplined person. This guy this guy was running like 6-7 miles in his 60s, you know. But sometimes doctors can fuck you up when they perform surgery, unnecessary surgery.
Yeah, I hear that. That's crazy. Is that what happened to him?
Yeah, he would have been better off never visiting with a doctor to begin with. Oh man, they just play you. You got played. Sucks.
Yeah, she did. Neurobiologist. Neurobiologist. Neurobiologist could be wrong. So I reached out to some veteran and with my sister and I, and they were just like, yeah, let's see her. So they told us, they said if she were to stay on that medication that type, that it would have killed her. It would have killed her, and that's crazy, right? Like that's just insane. And my mom literally learned how to walk and everything. She still never regained feeling in her feet. She's from her knee down. She doesn't feel anything. So she kind of like shuffles when she walks. And it's like a weird feeling, like if she steps on anything, like even if it's not, like I don't know how to explain it. If you were to walk on like a driveway that has rocks on it, that would be too much for her. She couldn't do that.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Stinny in my other room said, "John, be a bit more empathetic."
Yeah.
And I agree. And so I was in a room earlier, and it was an atheist room. All the elite liberal, intellectual Democrats on this app. Uh, when they kicked a guy, eventually they said, "Oh, thank God he's gone." So we have all the crazy believers. They're finally out of the room. Let's start talking about immigration communities and Jim Crow and redistrict, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so I immediately thought to myself, you know what? That's really like cold, because Elliot is on this app. It's like he doesn't have emotion. It's like and the irony is, you would think that they would be like ruthlessly efficient. See, it's almost like they're fascist, because if you are going to mock somebody who reads the Bible and thinks that they, have a philosophy on God and love, and you're just this ruthless evolutionary monkey who is upset about Donald Trump and MAGA, and all you do is create rooms about how stupid and how much you hate Donald Trump. It's like, I'm not really convinced that these people are gonna that because they are like they want to be the leaders. They want to be the ones in charge, and that's the way they talk. And their biggest statement is when things go back to normal. And that's when I start laughing, because it should ain't going back to what they call normal. And so it's really like we have a personal problem. Everybody's got this personal problem, and nobody's like actually discussing it on this app. I don't know. It's just like this app is so fake. People here are so fake, because the truth is, like, if all these people here who are liberal, social, democrat intellectuals, everybody's basically just like self-promoting all the time. There's no real like deference to organization, priority. what could we achieve, what kind of experiments we could run, what kind of little business could we set up, what kind of nonprofit could we set. Like, there's no real organizing. And like, have you ever, dealt with ants coming into your house? Or I'm sure you have.
Yeah, ants are my favorite.
Isn't it amazing how smart they are, and how much they work together, and they don't complain,
Insane.
they don't
They
kill each
are
other.
incredible.
Yeah, they're just like,
They perform, they have hierarchy, they
yeah.
perform medical procedures on each other. Like, I'm dead serious. They'll amputate limbs if like your limb is messed up.
Mhm.
They hold burials. They're extremely intelligent ants. Yes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how can we be dumber than ants? Like, that's what's happening here.
We are. Have you ever seen a fucking when they pour the like the foam inside the ant tunnels to like represent? Have you seen that? And then they dig them up to see. Yeah, incredible architecture. Yes, no, and their hierarchy, the way that they have all the different ants have different jobs. They know their job. Like when you're born an ant, you're literally allocated. You're put into a position, and there's a bunch of different positions that you can hold. Like, it's incredible. Also, I was just gonna say something else to what you were saying.
Well, what's interesting about the ants is like that's all genetic coding, and they were going after my garbage in like a straight line, and I just kept like vacuuming them up and dumping them off my balcony. And finally, I sprayed insecticide on like the corner of my wall, and they stopped coming through because the poison was a deterrent. But their hierarchy and their geolocation targeting, like they literally pass it. Somehow they're passing coordinates to each other on the march, and that trail of communication is going to wherever the source is of their nest or whatever. But it's just remarkable how they're able to do geolocation targeting through communication networks, and whether like how do they actually pass the coordinates? Because even when you vacuum them all up, later further down in the communication network, they're able to go to where I just removed them. So at the downriver part of the network, they're actually passing on geocoordinates. And it's just remarkable. Like, you know. All right, Regal is in my other room. It's called the Pepe Show.
It's through the I've ever said it's through scent.
Oh, it's all scent, yeah.
Well, through pheromone trails that they put off.
Mm.
So yeah, and probably more. They probably have like I wonder if it was ants. I want to think that it was ants. Like some ant can recognize the face, recognize faces, like difference in faces.
Mm-hmm.
So they could definitely have like landmark memory that you're talking about, like have visual cues, like okay, now we're going around the corner, now we're going up through this wall. You know what I'm saying? To get into your house or whatever. So that's interesting. Oh, but what I was going to say, everybody fake, no organizing. That's the problem with government, because we've learned to pass over our direct agency to say, hey, government, you do it all. And no, not fascist. We're talking about mini tyrants. Everybody has become entitled to think that the government is supposed to be doing what the government is only to protect us from that happened to us. And so we're all fucked up now. Okay?
Well, we're not fucked up.
We're supposed to be doing this organizing. We're supposed to be doing these decentralized, creating these decentralized competing institutions. But because we've empowered the federal government and state and local government so improperly and so significantly, we now see, well, the best I could just pass the ball to them, and all our job is to identify somebody who's going to carry out our tyrannical preferences to enforce them on our fellow citizen. So when you go into the voting booth, know that that's what you're doing, my friend. You're
okay, hold on a second. Listen.
Your votes are violence. You're going in to say.
Oh, votes is violence. Okay. Well, hold on, Beamer. Let me tell you something interesting that happened today. Photo with all the staff, and he says Donald Trump is destroying this hospital. He's cutting services to underserviced, disadvantaged individuals, and he's killing people and hurting people's lives, and he's bankrupting this incredible, organization. So I asked Grok, how much has Humboldt Medical billed Medicare, Medicaid each year for the past 3 years? It turns out that they've billed them 130 million a year. And then I say, well, what about the last 10 years? Grok says, I can't get you that information. I say, okay, give me the 3 years prior. It gives me that information. I say, give me the three. It gives me that. So I guess what? People take notice and they start retweeting what I'm putting out because this Medicare Medicaid fraud is it's such an epidemic, and everybody knows these doctors, these nonprofit 501(c)(3)s, their trustees, they're making a fucking fortune. They're going home with millions of dollars in their pocket, serving illegal aliens and bilking taxpayers and fucking us. So they can. It's unrestricted. It's unsupervised. Who's to stop them? Nobody. So I think they need to stop Medicare, Medicaid completely, deplatform the whole fucking thing, and just restart it on a new platform. And we need to go to a dentist type of billing system and stop with all this quarterly annual budgeting because it's all just fraud and it's a scam. And that's the big. If I want to keep our military and I want to dump the medical industrial complex because it's not giving us the ROI that we claim it's giving us. It's just not. Health outcomes suck. The people making the money suck. We have international fraudsters, national fraudsters. It's an epidemic. The real epidemic is government creation of all this moral hazard by creating $4 trillion a year to fund the medical industrial complex. It's the biggest scam in society today. Then lawyers.
Yeah, well, I actually agree with you, right? Because Medicaid and Medicare, we got to remember that was supposed to be what that's supposed to be what do they call it, the security net. That's supposed to be the part of the society that the rest of us, when we do our own decentralized building of institutions and cultivating of whatever it is, our own insurance and policies, our own welfare, our own health systems, decentralized, okay, then the Medicaid and Medicare was meant to pick up those people who couldn't take care of themselves, right? And that's what's supposed to happen, because who's going to advocate for the people who can't afford it themselves, right? We're not going to. The people who are going to a private business, they're not, paying for people who can't get the job done right themselves. So this is the thing, though. The problem is we can't do that because the federal government got too happy. The conservatives and the Republicans that claim to be this free society, freedom, liberty, blah, 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 they passed so much regulation that the decentralized institutions can't do effectively what they need to do through the patent system, through all the blind tape, the subsidies, the licensing, the taxing, all of this. It's created too much for us to build our competing institutions at a decentralized level. So now we have liberals, which are no different than conservatives, Republicans, which are no different than Democrats. They think that they're different because on the surface, there's, very surface level. Oh, I support this. Oh, no, I don't support this. I support limited government. That's the conservatives and the Republicans, that voice, right? I support limited government. I support no government, or not no government, little government intervention, right? Well, actually, bullshit, no, you don't, because if we talk about patents, if we talk about subsidies, if we talk about regulations, you're going to be all for those. But what that does then is it regulates our decentralized networks from being able to build the competing institutions that they necessarily need to do. So then now you're creating more people who need to be put into the security net, and now Medicaid and Medicare, and this is becoming insane. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to stop forcing our preferences, stop regulating. And this is one thing that I like about Trump. This is something that he is doing. He is deregulating. He is deregulating them the most out of any president that I've actually been alive to see. Right? He promised himself, I'm going to remove. I promised myself 10 bills. I'm going to, 10 regulations I'm going to remove for every regulation that I pass. And he said at the economic forum in January, he said that he's averaging about 100 to 125 instead of 10, right? I don't know if this, but that's still good to me. That sounds wonderful. I'm happy about that. Excellent, wonderful. This is what I want. De-fucking regulate our society so we, as the intelligent, amazing human beings that we are, can make our choices and make the decisions ourselves. We can have our accountability networks. We can build all of that, but we can't when we're passing it over to the government to say, okay, regulate everybody to do this. We find one little thing wrong, one little problem. Oh, run to daddy government. Daddy government passed this regulation in a broad span, so it's a universal fucking shit, and now you're completely making it, you're incapacitating the entire decentralized network to do what they need to do. So Republicans, you're fake. If you're listening to this and you're a Republican, you're fake. If you're a conservative, you're fake. You're not different than liberals and Democrats. You think you are, but you're not. Not unless you're pushing for deregulation, for us to deregulate ourselves. The closest to true freedom fighters are going to be your minarchists and your libertarians, which the founding fathers, just look it up. The Federalist Papers, anti-Federalist Papers, they went through a whole bunch of these game theory, and all the simulations about what if we do this, we need federal government to do this. Yeah, well, it got too crazy. It got out of hand in the 21st century, and now you Republicans think that you're something special. You ain't shit. You're a statist bootlegging bitch, just like the leftists, and you're creating a lot of unnecessary harm. You're inhibiting our innovation, our productivity, our technological evolution. You're prohibiting everything. Our medical evolution. You're stopping so many people from being able to have the ability to free themselves financially, to cure themselves medically, to build themselves and our community. So that's it. Stop being a statist bitch. Thank you.
Well, I don't know, because if the game is, binary, then it's up to the opposing party to inform, influence, persuade the electorate to essentially just go from, A plan to B plan. These party names are insignificant. It's really just a binary political system. And so it becomes the politician, because I do believe that, like, you should be able to fully rotate between being a conservative and a liberal, or, non-interested. It's like there's a time and a place for all opposites. So, like, if society becomes too violent and too criminal, okay, well, then now we become conservative. If society has now become extremely peaceful and abundant, well, now we can be more liberal. No need, for the opposite measures. So that's what I just don't understand about people who complain about party, or especially MAGA, because it's always the left, woke, liberal, intellectual Democrat who's bringing up the term MAGA. But if you listen to Donald Trump today, gave a speech in the Rose Garden, and he is welcoming Gold Star mothers, whose sons and daughters have died in conflicts overseas, or if they were murdered by an illegal alien who crossed the border. And, he claims 11,000 murderers crossed over and 25 million crossed over. And, if I was to sit next to a mother of someone murdered by an illegal alien, I'd be like, yeah, I'm on your side, because they shouldn't have been able to cross. We should have full security. But then I think of all the murders that are taking place just like of married couples. Or, you just look at the homicide rate, you're like, oh my God, like this, society is awful. It's horrible. To quote Acek, it's terrible.
Yeah, but you totally bypassed what I'm saying. you're saying that the Democrats and the Republicans are supposed to work together. I understand that you're saying that as a proud statist, but I'm saying that that's the problem. The problem is that the ball is the power to rule other people back and forth, and then by doing that, it's not a work of protective, to protect ourselves. It's now you're in the business of dominating each other and telling each other what you should do with your productive ability and your life force, right? Democrats and Republicans, but by saying Democrats and Republicans should work together, you're assuming that what they're working on is legitimate to begin with, right? But if two burglars are coming into your house and they cooperate more efficiently, is that going to say, okay, well, now making it becoming a thief and burglary is moral? No. If two gangs are going to take turns deciding who's going to get robbed, right? Is that a solution? Not better teamwork between gangs? No. There's a deeper issue. It doesn't matter. They're both doing the same thing.
Well,
Bima, taking the power away from people to do the things that they need to do.
Bima, my position is conservative and suspicious. And I think that's actually a much better position to be in than being.
What do you mean, but you think that conservatism is a good thing? It's not. It's just a different form of a Democrat. They're both doing the same exact thing.
No, I mean conservative in terms of the debate, because Clubhouse has a cadre of elite intellectual Democrat liberals, and I've recorded them all day today. And they are reoccurring and they are consistent, and in a way they're like unaware of themselves, and it's all just self-promotion, and therefore I know it's like, don't take any of it seriously. Like, nobody here is actually organizing. It's all just like useless, baseless threats. Like, I heard this black woman today saying, I got a motherfucking shotgun and they're gonna motherfucking Jim Crow us and re-enslave us. I'm ready to fight. And then the liberal intellectual elitist who was leading the group discussion said, I would never encourage violence unless, you're first violated by a violent offender. So my point is, I would always, in this debate, like, I'm just forced, and I have to be that conservative, suspicious person, because have you ever seen that clip from the movie Network where it's the black communists shooting a TV show and she's screaming about her syndication rights? Do you know which scene I'm talking about? Let me pin the link for it. Because this is what the conversations ultimately sound like, which is a radical communist, female screaming about her revenue growth.
But what are you even saying? What is this suspicious conservative?
Meaning that I don't trust anyone or anything, even on the far right. Like, I don't think we're going to have what you would call, like, Third Reich Nazi fascism, but we can and already have experienced in what I would call liberal fascism, which is open borders and transgender equality in all fields of everything, which is totally strange.
Fascism. So saying fascism and saying that open borders is fascism?
Yeah.
Okay, closed borders is fascism. Open borders is not fascism.
Well, no. It violates my 4th and 5th constitutional right when I'm murdered by an illegal alien, because that he's here under no process of law. And this is the argument that I'm making here in Illinois, because we have what's called the Safety Act, which releases violent criminal offenders on ankle monitor and recidivists and are like 80% guarantee. And they do murder, and they do cut and turn people and light people on fire, and they kill cops. We just had a cop killed, by somebody who was released 17 times for 17 violent offenses. And I think we need capital punishment and execution. And until we have that again, I don't think anything is really going to change, because it's just like either a medical industrial complex or a legal industrial complex.
Yeah, I think we're talking about different. Go ahead.
Yeah, so to push back on capital punishment, do you think that capital punishment will deter the amounts of crime that happens?
Yes, because in the current system, we're re-releasing recidivists at a very high rate, calling it social equity or restorative justice. and those people do go on to commit crimes. It's just statistics. And I have seen videos of, like, anyways, it's just society is bad. It's dangerous out there. And I would, man, I mean, I see the cops going into the streets today, and I'm just like, these cops are not looking. Some of them look strong. Some of them are so weak, and they'll just be taken advantage of by the gangs. The gangs are real out there, and they're violent, and they're aggressive, and they're armed to the teeth, and they live in control by intimidation, fear, and gunplay, and it's like these cops are going up against that. And then if they chase somebody down for murdering somebody and then they shoot that guy and murder that person, they get charged for murder. They get sued. They go to a police accountability oversight board with civilian oversight. There's no real due process. It's all just woke, liberal, social equity, justice, and outrage, propaganda outrage, content outrage all the time.
I would interject, but like, to me, it's like I don't see how that addresses what I asked you though, which is that capital punishment, specifically debtors' crime.
It's not a deterrence, it's a system of justice. Like, I know you probably don't read the scriptures, but eternal, give us justice. If you've ever been wronged or your family was murdered, I mean, don't you know the story of Conan the Barbarian?
Well, I also know there are people who are innocent who have been released because of DNA evidence, and so how many more people on death row could be innocent right now?
Okay, so my complaint against that is I agree with you. It's really got to be a true miscarriage of justice, and it's like a very disappointing thing about reality that an innocent person could be prosecuted and even capitally punished for a crime they didn't commit. But I would just point out that the Freedom Project that helped liberate a lot of people actually liberated a lot of people who were actually murderers. And this is because the legal industrial complex, so much of it is socially woke, and restorative justice is a scam. It's really about the money, the donations, the nonprofit organization, the salaries, the money. All it creates an industry about getting individuals out and then claiming because of DNA. So it just worries me that it's possible, and it has been proven, and I can show you the articles, that some of these people that they sprang from prison were actually guilty of the crimes. And this is the way manipulation and lies and money and the courts. It's an industry, and that's what I'd really like to squash. And because the country's so far in debt, I think it's time that we actually change the way that we distribute the money that we're borrowing and spending by actually eliminate the borrowing, go into extreme austerity, cut Medicare, Medicaid, and cut the whole program. It's gone. That's $4 trillion a year that we will save. We collect $5 trillion a year.
That won't solve the debt, though. I mean, because it's completely.
I get it, but this is a proposal for a radical solution. I'm not saying like it's going to happen.
What I'm saying is, though, that it won't even work pragmatically. It's like anything you cut from Medicaid is just going to go, or Medicare is just going to go into the trust fund. I mean, because it's independently funded by worker, employee payroll. So.
Well, it's not necessarily true. It's a part of the overall revenue, but Medicare, Medicaid, is funded at 4.1, 4.2 trillion. I'm just saying, what would day number one look like when the government actually stops doing it? They won't stop doing it. We are on the Zimbabwe economic model. And actually, I wanted to ask Rock today.
Actually, our inflation has been much lower. In comparison to recovery from the pandemic, our inflation has been one of the lowest in comparison to plenty of other countries.
I'm not saying we don't have it great. I'm just merely trying to because Bima here said earlier that the true leaders are libertarian or founder in essence.
Well, I know that me and Bima do share a little bit of differences. Like, she supported what happened on January 6th. I think that's nuts. So.
Well, I mean, people always bring up either tariffs or J6 and Proud Boys and Oath Keepers, and I'll be honest with you. I mean, do you consider yourself an elite, intellectual, liberal Democrat?
I mean, I definitely don't consider myself. I find elites always be cringe. You know, I mean, the most elite schools I've said I would have gone to would be schools like I would have gone to University of Chicago or University UCLA, but I never would have gone to Harvard, Yale, Columbia.
Do you know Breyer on this app?
No, I don't.
Yes.
Oh, you don't know Breyer Necro? You might like talking to him sometime. But today, he's a professor or works in academia, and he was saying the cutting edge thing today is students don't want to be lectured to. They don't want to be told to from somebody's worldview. They want to choose their teacher. That's the most cutting thing in education today is customizing your education and choosing your teacher. And I was like, anyways,
That's true. That was a thing. That was the thing. My last year in college was in 2012, and I remember that's exactly at the time. They had that rate your professor out.
Yeah.
And I literally would, when I would get my courses, I would look.
Yeah. I did the same thing. Well, that's maybe because I was giggling about that. I was like, well, that's not anything new, dude. People have given an option. Review their fucking options.
I've always taken advantage of that. It's really helped me as a person who is neurodivergent, finding professors who are more able to understand you better. So.
Well, I mean, it's like Amazon One Health. I mean, you review the profiles and the ratings, and you make your best, decision, and you hope that your outcome is there. Anyways, I'm just saying, like, I went to the VA hospital, and as I was waiting to see a triage nurse, an older gentleman on a like an electronic, wheelie. What would you call those things? Like the get arounds. He's on a get around, and he's saying things like, "I'm dying of lung cancer. I can't even see a fucking doctor. Nobody here will fucking help me. I go downtown to that hospital. Nobody will fucking help me over there." He's like, and I got to get this done before I go to Mexico. So clearly he's, dying, he's immobile, and no one can give him the help and change. So my point is, when the No Kings rally and elite liberal intellectual Democrats say that healthcare is a human right, Medicare, Medicaid is a human right, I would just point out that the ROI on people that you could probably look at mortality tables and calculate, how much longer they have to live. But the difficulty comes in there being so many variables. And the problem with the argument on the left is that they want an option, even if your chance of success is very small. And in terms of like austerity and rationing, like there has to be some type of way to try to make the system efficient based on real world outcomes, not social virtue, medical equity, justice. And so I think that's why I say, like, if we wanted to save the economy, it has to come from the inside and the outside, meaning that we have to transform the way that we are running the system and look for investment from the outside, meaning that like this Trump golden fucking citizenship bullshit is, like a small thing. Like see, the thing is they'll just never do it because they'll never really invest. We the people, they will only invest in Wall Street because there's no inventory. It's totally liquid, liquid, and you're in and out, and there's no liability. But it's like we will energy. And this girl on the dating app, she's like, "So I'll go on a date with you, but like you have to tell me your politics in detail." And I just wrote back equity and economy because I do believe in equity. But I also believe in pragmatic economy. If we can't agree on how to run a pizza shop, and we can't agree that the Federal Reserve is ultimately the ones fully responsible, with Congress for causing all of this immoral, illegal money, moral hazard. Like we can't we agree on that? I just can't understand how we just can't agree that deficit spending is what's causing all these problems. And it's gotten so big, but it's like, how do we put the genie back in the bottle? Can we? Should we?
I mean, I think the problem is that our government has been bought out by super PACs and by pretty much to buy billionaires is what it's been bought out by. And that's my issue with the government right now is the fact that our Congress, our government is being bought right now. But anyways, it's not too sidetracked, but Bima, have you ever heard of, are you familiar with Elon Poppy?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, I got a couple of his books today. I was meaning to read. He wrote a book called The Ethnic Cleansing of Palestine.
Oh, yes. I do know who you're talking about. Yes, keep going. Poppy, I know that. I know who you're talking about. He did something too. There's something else that he wrote, but I think he did some. What's his background?
So yeah,
Ethnically.
he's an Ashkenazi Jew.
That's what I thought. He's in Jerusalem, right? Jerusalem?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
an academic. Yeah, just in general, I would say that because I've been trying to read more about the history of Palestine, mostly because I mostly know after formation of Israel and up until 1967 with the 6 Days War, and I pretty much have been of the opinion that to me it's like I think really the Israeli state, at least since at least 1967, has been pretty much, it's not been about state sovereignty.
I don't think that that's the most interesting time period of that. I think the most interesting start would be after the fall of the Ottoman Empire, right when the British mandate took over after the Ottoman rule ceased in the area, in that area. So from that time, so we're talking about like starting, I would say, 1917. Between 1917 and 1919. 19, then there was so 1921, 1917 to 1921. That's the most interesting. It's the period. No, because then there was the what's his name? I forgot his name off the top of my head, but the League of Nations. There had to do something. Okay, all the period before 1948. From 1917 to 1938, that's the most interesting period you want to look at. The Balfour Declaration, the writers, the Rothschild. Look up those relationships. Look at that movement. And look at how the British, they even knew it was America that was pushing to have the Jews continue to be pushed into this area they were economically destabilizing this region. They knew it, right? And the British even stopped Jewish immigration. And it was the Americans, the U.S., that kept and pushed it, put pressure on them to restart it up and to continue to allow it to happen. Go ahead. What are you going to say something?
No, I was just acknowledging what you said.
Okay. So, yeah, that whole period is very interesting. That period. So if you read all of, what's his name? Hold on a second. I'll get it for you.
Yeah. No, it's like I've been meaning more of the history myself. Like I know that Herzl, familiar with, that's where the term Zionism, I think, was coined, was under Herzl.
And no, it was even before. It was before Herzl. But I don't know why people start at 1948. That's not the interesting part, and that's not the problem. 1948 wasn't the problem. The problem was when you had people that were living in the region that wanted to create a nation state, and they were denied that ability. They were denied the ability to form. That was the issue. That's what you have to focus on. 1948. That's just problem on top of a problem. So go way before that.
Yeah, just in general, it's like, to me, though, I just think ever since 1967, it's like, to me, it's like it's been clear that it's nothing like from that period. It's the state of Israel has been talking about state sovereignty, but that's since that period, since the 6 Days War, it's all about expansion into other native states. So
let me ask you this question. I changed the title of the room to the history of violence and division, propaganda, conflict. What do you think about people who say, hey, we don't commit the violence, but we respond to the violence and the terrorism? It's not us throwing the first punch, because when you go to the principal's office, the principal is trying to essentially arbitrate the conflict without getting into who threw the first punch. But we make a big deal over who threw the first punch. I'm just saying, to me, it's like, how do we know who did what in first? But that's not the thing. It's like, how do we essentially stop thinking about, who threw the first punch? And really, why is there so much violence in the system, like that movie, History of the World or whatever, or the comedy, like, see, there's violence inherent in the system. Violence is inherent in the system.
There's always a saying in history that, a lot of history is gray, and that's really just the fact is that most of, a lot of stories are not completely, really, there's no necessarily right side to it. There's just essentially there's victors and then there's losers, pretty much. But who was on the right side of the issue is often not so simple. So.
Okay, so it's called the British White Paper, 1922. Then you had the 1922 League of Nations Mandate for Palestine. But look up the Third Arab Palestinian Congress, 1920. These were Arabs, right, that lived in Palestine. Palestine didn't exist. Well, they didn't have an opportunity to be created as a state because they were the Ottoman Empire. They were not, like what? You think that they'd be able to be a separate sovereign state under the Ottoman Empire? Well, no, morons. Okay, so look up the Arab Palestinian Congress, and you'll see what district that covered. That geographically it covered Jerusalem, Nablus, Nazareth, Haifa, Jaffa, Gaza, Hebron, all of those. Okay, all those regions, and they wanted to move to have their own sovereign state. They were promised that by the British. That's actually what the Balfour Declaration was clarifying, because they were told that if they fought in the war on their side, then they would be able to get their own sovereign state. But there had been a clarification, because basically they were fooled. And it didn't happen the way that it was supposed to happen. So it was fucked up. But what else?
Yeah. No, it's like something I definitely need to read about more.
Yeah, but look before that. Look up, way before 1940. I mean, like, I'm not saying that doesn't matter, but I feel that the most important time period to understand why even people like Ben-Gurion himself admitted, quote, saying that, oh yeah, do you know what? The Palestinians, they just, they're rightful. And let me get that quote. I'll actually get the quote.
Specifically, though, it's like, I think Albert Einstein, it's interesting how, like, though he would, even though he identified as a Zionist, he definitely would have been disgusted by beyond the way that the state of Israel has formed.
Luke, click the link above. That's all the tablets. They call them they go Stellies is their name. But like, you know, these are like laws of, you know, Hammurabi, all that stuff. And there's many, many, you know, of these like legal plates. And so when you read the actual text on the legal plates, there's an actual code of conduct in society. And, you know, like that's the thing where it's like, I think we have to agree that there has to be real world consequences for violations of these laws. And I can't understand why, based on social equity, restorative justice, community representation, all these buzzwords.
Okay, so he was the founder and the very first prime minister of Israel. Okay, they really refer to him as the founding father of Israel. Okay, so he was. About religion all the time, just like you do.
Did I say open non-believers was there? When did I say that?
Do you believe in Islam?
Alan, you were? That doesn't matter.
Do you believe in Islam?
In Islam, yes, I believe in Islam. It doesn't matter.
And is the word of the Prophet Muhammad?
Alan, you're a boomer.
Perfect incarnation.
You're irrelevant. You are irrelevant. So
did Muhammad make any mistakes in his
But why you ask me about Muhammad? Do I ask you if you're a Christian? Do I ask you if you're Jew? Do I ask you if you're Buddhist? Do I ask you if you're atheist? I don't ask you these questions. So why you ask me those questions? I don't understand.
Oh, Jamili and go. I'm a Messianic Jew, but what I'm not going to do is engage in what God is calling me on here to talk about suck his grandson's penis. I would bash your son. Hey, Rick, before I go. Oh, bro, I love this one. Yeah, so if I had a time machine, I'd go back to Prophet Muhammad. I would tie him to a tree. I would let all the donkeys.
I'm gonna bring your mother in here so she can
come inside of his butthole, and then I would bring the camels and the donkeys around to his mouth.
But this is
the camels and the donkeys fuck his mouth until they ejaculate down the back of his throat, and he would swallow all of them. Then I would lube up, and I would fucking go raw dog in his ass, and I would come inside of his butthole. Then I would cut his throat.
And what do you call your show? The Aristocrats.
And then I'd cut his throat and cut his head off. Then I'd chop him up in 1,000 pieces. Then I'd burn him in the fire. Then I would fucking feed him to pigs. Then I would kill the pigs. I would chop them up.
Wow. It's quite an imagination that man has.
It wouldn't surprise me if India and Pakistan start nuking each other right now.
Well, a lot of things wouldn't surprise me. I mean, do you think like there's going to be a nuclear war and Trump is going to never leave office, you know, and pull a fast one on us and take that third term like FDR and say things have gotten really bad and we can't just turn it over to the crazy left because they'll destroy it all. So we got no choice. I'm here for the third time. Hello. They cheated me the second time, so here I am the third time.
Like, essentially Trump banging in with him, like, you know, he has no right to be calling somebody, like, you know, suggesting that, you know, they're the people who are going to start World War III. I mean, he was the one who made that bad part of his campaign, that he was the president who wasn't going to start World War III, and, you know, we're starting new wars, and that's literally what he's doing right now.
So I was going to tell you that the query I wanted to do was, who was managing Zimbabwe's currency system during the French banking system, or the Italian, or the German? Like, it's all, you know, based off of that. But anyways, I was just curious who was managing the currency production in Zimbabwe during the $100 trillion note.
By the way, it's interesting. You and I both, I think, identify as libertarian, and so people are surprised that you and I unite with the left on plenty of things on foreign policy, I think.
Yeah, I find that's interesting. The left, I'm not really sure because I don't trust the right or the left on foreign policy. I haven't seen them consistent in that particular case. I've seen both Democrats and Democrats, Republicans, conservatives, liberals. They've all voted for wars at different times. I mean, ultimately, Congress, like if you look up just reps, Dems, there's no difference to me. Right? People sometimes will say, "Oh, look at the president. Look at this how many times did we go to war under a Republican president or a Democrat president?" Well, ultimately, it comes down to Congress and what did they vote for? Look at So if you look at that, there's no, libertarians. On the other hand, with foreign policy, they're consistent, especially the Ron Paul libertarian, who's very similar, right? Non-interventionism.
Well, I'd say that Bernie Sanders has been pretty consistent as well, but overall, I mean, the reason why is I would say, at least in the United States, even though war has been neither inherently left-wing or right-wing, you've had leftists who are pro-war and right-wingers who are, of course, anti-war, but it's like in the United States, because, the protesters of the Vietnam War were predominantly was associated with the left because they were the ones who protested against any intervention that was going to that was about the overthrow of communist or socialist states. But in general, you of course had plenty of libertarians who opposed it for non-interventionist reasons about just principle of non-aggression. So like you had people like Murray Rothbard who himself, even though he was racist and a person who opposed, who thought that the 19th Amendment should have been repealed, he was also united with the left on the Vietnam protests. So that's essentially the way that libertarians have usually worked in the United States.
Okay, here's a trivia question. What's the total amount of U.S. dollars in physical cash circulation globally?
I mean, I know that our entire country makes up about 1/4 of the entire world's economy.
This is all the currency that's out there. It's 2.5 trillion in U.S. dollar notes, 100 being the largest denominator, but half of that circulates outside the U.S. And that's only 11% of total money supply, which is physical. So 1 out of every $10 is physical. 9 out of 10 is digital.
Gotcha.
John.
Charges the derivatives market, which...
No. What I'm really asking is, what is the fractional reserve ratio that banks are supposed to hold in order to print
more
money?
Is it 100 to 1?
What percentage is that?
I don't know.
What percentage has it always been?
I don't know. 10%. 10 to 1. Okay.
Do you know what it is today?
1,000 to 1, or they don't even have it anymore.
They removed it.
Yeah.
Banks now have zero since COVID. 2020, March in 2020, they reduced it to 0.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, it's like, to me, it's like essentially in U.S. politics, the only kind of time I can see that the left in recent times have been have been supportive of any sort of intervention is with the war in Ukraine. But that's all I can think of at the moment.
I think liberals. I definitely think that liberals and Democrats, liberals, Democrats, Republicans, because they could work together if they listen to each other. I think liberals and Democrats have an amazing ability to identify problems in society because of just, if you look at like career-wise, I mean, you look at teachers, you look at therapists, nurses, environmentalists. These are mostly, your feedback it's crazy. Do you notice that? That pisses me off. I can't.
Yeah. It's like I would agree with that.
Wait, did you hear what I said? You gotta mute your mic because the feedback, like you're like making noise and there's like clicking and shit. It's horrible. It's terrible, Nico.
Oh, I didn't realize that. It's not.
He's a transhumanist, Bimbo. These are noises that transhumanist bodies make.
No, my mind can't handle that. Like, we give you respect, you know what I mean? Like, you just mute.
He's doing something. He's like putting together like some kind of toy model. He's like building,
Dude, I would not be able to. People, no offense, but people who do that piss me off so bad. Like, if I'm on the phone with somebody, like somebody calls me to talk, and then they're making noise in the background that's so loud. It's like, can you call me back?
See, these things don't bother me. I've gotten past that type of agitation, and you know why? Because I record it all. Because I record everything, and so, like, I'm not going to get angry over the fact that I'm talking with somebody who's very difficult to communicate with. I already know that person is difficult to communicate with, and therefore, I actually just stop talking until that person has finished speaking. I will never try to talk over that person or talk at the same time, because I think I have the more awareness in the dialogue than they do. And so I give them the space to be that horrible communicator that they are. And that's okay. Let them, but that's because I'm recording it. If I was sitting here in my silence by myself, lonely, having an aggressive conversation with somebody who's annoying to talk to, but I wasn't recording it, then I'd be very, very upset. You see how like recording things like kind of takes the liability of the time off of like listening to somebody and talking to somebody who's like annoying and difficult to talk to. Like, does that make sense?
I mean,
it makes you more content, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay, yeah, that does make sense. Okay, yeah, okay, sure. Right. Especially when, it is communicating, isn't it? It is poor communication because it's poor listening skills and also poor attention skills. Well, I guess listening and attention is the same thing, but, they talk about our ability to multitask and how it's like slim to none. Like we can't multitask. Like we can't be. There is going to be attention that's you just ping back and forth, and you're not giving me your full attention. And so if you're not giving me your full attention, like please don't talk to me. I'm so bad. I'm the first person. I go to you person. I'm the first person in rooms. Like if I hear somebody unmuted, I'm like, can you mute up? Like I can't talk until there's silence. Because at least everybody's, I'm pretending that everybody's listening, right? And there's like a respect. Oh man, I can't handle it. I can't handle background noise.
I was listening to Politically Correct, and somebody got kicked from the room, a controversial guy, and for 25 minutes they talked about who kicked that person. It's like, this is the thing about leadership is like leadership, at least it gives you time efficiency, for decision-making purposes. And life is pretty short. So it's like we spend so much time with the debate about social inequity, structural racism, indigenous rights, immigrant rights, like all these topics, like the top 10 liberal topics. And it's like life is pretty short. It's quite a luxury to be able to come up with these interesting social inequity, talking points. Because, anyways, it is what it is. But like, it's just not priority.
But I think that's the problem. That's like the cycle, like if the causation versus correlation type, idea. Like they're talking about it because they are trying to live their lives, and when they're in the real life, and they're in their real lives and they're operating, they see these things, and so then they talk about it, right? And so there's like this. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that that's important for us to identify. Also, are you going to be here in a couple years, still on this app, still doing this, or are you going to find a beautiful woman?
I don't know.
And have kids and find a new definite major purpose.
I think I will always incorporate like live streaming audio into my work, just because like I get from like a communication distribution perspective. But yesterday the app was down for 2 hours, and I was so happy and thankful because I was thinking maybe the app shut down because Sora shut down, and so that means that other like app startups, etc., are probably struggling, and this app could be one of the ones that disappear. And it kind of makes sense to me that they would like Irish goodbye everybody, and just say sorry, we're announcing that Clubhouse is down, and then you'll see like some people are networked with other people on this app, some people do not have other people's information, they don't follow each other on other platforms. They're gonna be like high and dry. Because they're just one trick ponies. Yeah. And so guys like Marshall Rankin, Scott, Gary Bunker, like the elite. It's not about that. It's about the fact that they use this app as a crutch for their awareness, their concentration, and they think that like this is a thing, but it's just a total. It's not real. Like.
I mean, but isn't that what we're doing? I noticed yesterday. I was in dire straits when the app went down.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't on when the app went down, but what happened is I started to think about begonias,
mm-hmm.
and I really wanted to buy a begonia. And instead of buying a begonia, I said to myself, I'm not going to buy a begonia. Let me just go and get a dopamine hit on Clubhouse. Clubhouse was down. Bad idea. Who bought begonias? Okay, listen.
I was actually very happy, productive, and creating content prior to Clubhouse, and it was Clubhouse people that actually got my YouTube accounts deleted, which were pre-Clubhouse, and a lot of it was like financial analysis. A lot of it was audiobooks that I was creating, and I'm just saying I know how to have.
Did you delete it on YouTube?
Yeah. Yep.
Why? What did you do?
Do you remember Brian? Who is Andrew, or what is his name? Andrew Meyer. Andrew Meyer from this app and other places. But anyways, he's this like ultra conservative, hardcore, Orthodox Jew. You could call him, but he's like not really. He's more of a Kabbalist, and he was friends with that guy who got accused of pederasty, like the black guy, whatever the heck his name was from. Anyways, this is like somebody who's like promoting Trump all the time. No, what is this freak show's name? Anyways, I'm just saying he reported my YouTube because he was drunk on Purim one night, and I like put his name in the title of the YouTube video. So that alone was enough to like for YouTube to say, okay, we're deleting you. Don't use our platform.
You lost everything.
Yeah, I lost a lot of videos, but I don't care anymore because now I have overloaded the internet with John Kitover content to where people message me all the time and say, why the F do you have so many effing accounts? I hate you. Welcome, Hanson.
Hey, Hanson.
Hey, guys. Sure. So I actually want to ask you when you guys take a respect about something about Chicago politics very quickly.
Shoot.
I don't know if we're talking about that right now. But...
So, I'm just curious. Actually, do you mind telling me where you live in Chicago?
Does it really matter where I live? I mean, just what's your question, man?
Okay. Why was Chicago and Illinois politics so progressive, and they know they're making all those stupid mayor and the stupid the governor are making policies that are detrimental to the state and city's economy. And why have the population been voting for the dumbest policy, economic policy, suicidal policy, all this time?
Culture, and so I mean, is one thing, but it's also just in fact, I mean, people who live in the cities that go into that, but it's just in general. A lot of people, I mean, in general, the Democrats have a lot of appeal in any sort of urban areas, regardless of where it is. So,
voting for something kind of dumb. But what's the thing and all that they see crimes, lobbies going up on their district, and yet they're voting for it.
Is it going up?
If this video gets 5 likes, I will literally be like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the crimes and shootings happening on the Magnificent Miles, and somebody, a girl, a 20-something girl, they shot in daylight right in front of the Ralph Lauren restaurant.
I'm just gonna say it. Well, they're mad are in a
Most luxurious speech.
A man bought a pack of chopsticks and received thousands of pairs, only to discover later that the merchant had done it on purpose.
So,
The customer had
I just looked up right now
A man
that says in 2025, the tagline in 2025 Chicago, fewest murders recorded since 1960s. Preliminary police data.
You may say that over there, shooting, murder.
Yeah.
Since 1995.
1965.
1960. Wow. Okay. I guess we should have expected more. Not that this is the best of the century.
Story later.
Yeah, like you can read.
Well, I mean, I would say specifically like violent crime in any era since the 90s. I mean, violent crime, I mean, as much as people see it on the news, I think the crime is just getting worse. But it's like, all the data shows that, crimes are going down since the mid-90s, believe it or not.
Okay, let me check it out. Which, where did you find your
Sure. You want just for Chicago?
Yeah, just Chicago.
Okay. I found one from ABC, Southern Chicago.
Oh, you mean like the
Yeah. It's there's a report, ABC 07 Chicago. And
Are you a trans woman looking for a date? Try Tammy.
I'll bet you $100. I can make.
yeah, and in 2025, they said the report that 16 murders from like 1965 when they were looking at 95 murders from 2024. There 2,200 shootings in 2025. There are 1,471. So.
No, I wouldn't trust this. Like the headline. I've many occasions that some headline news say something, and then when you look up the actual statistics, it's a completely different picture. So can you send me like a real FBI statistic or something, whatever news thing?
Nobody is listening to YouTube.
Do you live in Chicago?
Do I live in Chicago? I do get asked that a lot.
Huh?
I do get asked that a lot, though.
Well, why is that?
I don't know. I mean, I do regularly visit Chicago, but no, I'm not a Chicagoan.
If I may ask, which area?
I'm all over the place. I'm in Norfolk, Virginia right now.
Okay. Why are you so interested in Chicago?
So it's not really, it's just, I mean, it's really just the topic we went into, but like specifically, it's like Chicago itself. I mean, it is definitely a city that I've been interested in living for my own job opportunities.
Like, which sector are you interested in?
I'm an art major.
Art major, I see. So you
is the innocent people that are not Hezbollah, that live in southern Lebanon. Yeah, hold on. The people who destroy them. The people who destroy them.
Civilians who support Hezbollah.
The actual bomb that destroyed their home.
And then Israel retaliated. So who's the cause?
Well, she doesn't know that the civilian population in southern Lebanon all support Hezbollah.
It doesn't. No, listen. We're talking about innocent people. I'm talking about the innocent people. I'm not talking about Hezbollah. Okay, so like Hezbollah.
Yeah, the innocent people who fund and support Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. That's what we're talking about.
Rich,
If you're living in that area, listen, if you're having your house blown up,
can you at least lower your volume?
okay, if you're living in that area, I know, but if I don't, you just talk over me.
Well,
If you're living in
talk
southern
over
Lebanon,
everybody else.
I don't
And
listen.
you
If you're
interrupt.
living
You
in
have
southern
Tourette's.
Lebanon,
There's no
I know.
conversation.
Yeah,
It's just
verbal
Tourette's.
diarrhea. Listen.
All right,
So if you're living, I know you're
sorry.
gonna run away. Run away.
Well, it's no. I'll have a conversation, but if you can't
I'm
just keep
trying to get
interrupting somebody.
clarification. You don't want to take advice. You don't want to take any fucking information.
Hold on.
If you're living
I don't mind
amongst
going back and forth with you, but you have to go back and forth with me. I speak, you listen, you're respectful.
Okay, cool. There you go. You spoke. I'm trying to give clarification. If you're living in the Crimean and Donbass region, you're supporting the Russian Federation because those are Russian-speaking people. Those are people that wanted them to secede back to Russia. No different than the people that are living in southern Lebanon. They can pack their shit and fucking leave and go to Beirut and they'll be fine. They won't be surrounded by Hezbollah. They won't have fucking rockets coming in. But those people are staying there because they support the ideology. So yes, if you want to support fucking terrorists, you can get bombed too.
Yeah, that's not true. That's a reductionist. It's massive reductionist philosophy, and it completely it diminishes any type of truth that can be achieved. Okay, we're talking about people that are Catholics that we in the region. Like, what are you talking about? People that are not at all associated
Almost
with
all the
this.
Christians go to Brazil.
Oh, that no. There was.
There's more Lebanese in Brazil than there is.
There was a Catholic.
She
It
doesn't
is
know
true. That
anything.
is. Wait.
She
Who
doesn't
said
know
that
anything
there's
about
not?
that.
Hold on. Somebody just said that there's not more Lebanese living in Brazil than there
Why
is
do
in
you
Lebanon.
keep talking about
Google
the
search it.
Lebanese? Lebanese is so.
Google search it. You fucking idiot.
That's a fabrication.
No, it's not. There's more Lebanese living in fucking Brazil than there is in Lebanon. There's a higher population of Lebanese living in Brazil. They mostly live in Sao Paulo.
Sean,
Jesus Christ, you're dumb.
Propaganda.
You're Eritrean. You have like a median IQ of like 62, bro.
Oh, I don't care. I got a big ass dick.
There you go, Bima.
Sean, can I talk for a few minutes?
Yeah, yellow.
Okay. I'm Persian, first of all.
I don't know the equivalent in Farsi, sir.
Don't talk to me Arabic. I'm not Muslim. I
I
hate
said I don't know the equivalent in Farsi, so you understand what I meant.
I know. Someone says like something in Arabic, and I said like, hey, I hate Arabic and I hate
Okay,
Muslims.
tell me what the equivalent for yellow in Farsi is, and I'll use that.
No, but the only thing I want to tell you people, like I hate Muslim people. I know they're ruining everything in the whole world, and they're just using their religion for ruining the people's life. That's what I believe. I know I have accent. I living in Canada for 40 years.
You're doing great.
She sounds like a fucking idiot.
Like you're idiots.
You're
Just
an
shut
idiot.
the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Just shut the fuck up. I'm living in Canada for 40 years. I came as a legal immigrant.
Okay,
I have
hold
education.
on.
I know what I'm talking about.
I figured it out. Hold on. Ajala Khan. There you go.
Yeah, but the only thing I'm saying, like, why people are keep talking about the Lebanon and all Muslim fucking people, like they're ruining all over the whole world. Like I don't understand those things.
Yeah, me neither. It's literally all over the world. It's in Sudan, it's in Lebanon, it's in Syria, it's everywhere. But still, they will defend it till the day they die.
Yep, we will.
Yes, King. Like just shut the fuck up. And if you want to go to the Muslim, just go someplace that the Muslim actually love you. Just go someplace. Just shut the fuck up. You don't know who am I. Like King, you don't know anything. You're running all over the countries, all over the world. Like Muslim people running all over the world. Like you are destroying everything. I think they have to kill all the Muslim people. I born as a Muslim, but I hate you guys.
Also, by the beauty of its collection, the oldest is destroyed, taken out with the very root. When free. I'm your Allah. Shut the fuck up for a second. Hold on. I wanted to say something to King. King, I just wanted to tell you that I have to correct myself. It is not 65 median IQ. It's 85 median IQ, which is considered the chances of you. That's your retress.
You know the thing is, like I born in Iran. I live in Canada for 40 years. I don't believe myself as a Muslim person, but I born, I don't know, by default as a Muslim. And what I know, and I look at all over the whole world, like in US, in Europe, in Middle East, Muslim ruining everything. Like they ruin the whole world.
Alright, so the median IQ in Eritrea is 85. Yeah, I know. You can leave anytime you want. This isn't Hotel California. You can leave anytime you want.
The Muslim, the only thing they know just in the world and just make their life
Alright, Lily, I just want to let you know you are a moderator right now, so you have the power and authority to mute this faggot anytime you want. Go ahead.
As Muhammad said,
Look at this.
I'm giving.
I put a woman over top of you. Yes, I put a woman over top of you.
Women have more power here.
Yeah, women do have more power here.
We love Lily.
It looked like, I don't know, like you got the penis eyes and the face on it, I don't know.
Are you there?
Also, how many lip injections did your wife get?
If you don't want
Do you even have a wife? You look like you do you even have a wife?
It's not gonna hurt you.
Do you think that fake lips are hot? Like my wife is a beauty queen. Like you guys married a queen. Maybe that's why you feel worried about it. If you do go looking on your wife is like you probably married a stripper that you find at the end of the fucking circuit.
You guys are hoping you guys get no pussy. I can
Just
just
know the way they talk, they don't even know how to be around. Right, hey, Asher, can you tell me what the fucking astrology sign is really quick?
what's your date of birth, sir?
Yeah, exactly. official thing that was so funny.
We need another Holocaust for sure, but this time it's gonna be Jews. It ain't gonna be Jews this time. It's gonna be beta male fucking white bitches who think they're capitalism superior to fucking capitalism. That's the piece of Bino African, Max. I don't know. You don't have to look very white to me. Just click on the Bino African. What's your ethnicity, by the way? Russian. What kind of Russian? Your asses.
This nigga looks like the thumb from Spy Kids. Like the thumb.
I love how poor people ain't trying to make fun of people, man. You guys are peasants. You're poor. Your opinion is never gonna matter.
Okay, why are you here?
I'm talking down to you. That's what I'm here. I'm here to talk to you. You have absolutely
why are you so concerned with what we think that you're going to be here talking to us?
Hey, Max Prime.
Oh, because you're like so unbothered by us. You want to come here and talk shit to us?
Listen, this is entertainment for me. I got a whole bunch of fucking faggots I need to check. All good.
Max
Oh, you got faggots? You got a little boy there?
You got faggots.
You're a little pederast? You fancy yourself as a new Nero?
Gary the numbers guy.
So why are you guys entitled?
Oh my gosh.
I would love to hear why they're entitled to my money. To me, it's
Why are you guys entitled to our
You're definitely entitled to your money because your money was gotten by providing nothing in society. Your money, your assets, should be redistributed.
the year is 1917. Max, the year's 1917, and I'm a Latvian peasant. Watch out.
Yo, Max.
Tyson, you see, all you have to do is work hard, and you will
I'm a Moscow factory
every
worker.
single
I'm
one of those guys. All you have to do is work hard because competition. Fucking faggots to fucking big communism is superior to capitalism. You're fucking capitalism. I have an almost to Karl Marx, and then because I'm translated into my original native language.
You know what I love about Dominic?
So does Gary know?
Women don't like the fucking communists. No, women don't like the faggots here.
In the States, you also like sell fakey fake pseudoscience bullshit like you.
Yo, ask for more women. You know what? Ask for Oregon.
Disgusting.
Which one?
That's disgusting.
It's a one or the other answer.
You guys are degenerate fucking communists. We're both
It's
taking
a
we don't do
one
that.
or the other.
Okay, cool. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it?
Are you
Degenerate sexual communists.
Are you gonna take Gary the numbers guy in your ass or in your mouth?
We are the sex proletariat, and you're the sex bourgeoisie. We're about to fucking rise up.
So
You
which
need to
one?
stop walking porn, you faggot cuck.
Which one?
Porn is created by capitalism, by the way. Porn is illegal in every communist country you can think of.
That's true. Yeah.
Porn's illegal in China, it's illegal in Cuba, it was illegal in the Soviet Union. Porn is only fostered by capitalism, by the way. Like, porn is one of the most pure distillations of, like, capitalism you can think of.
Do you think that there's a pipeline that goes from like selling astrology things online to like doing an OnlyFans or like making
None.
You think that there's like
None.
a pipeline there?
None. If I would do it, Why is it always that these guys?
Because that's what you got.
Garbage on your fucking page. Like, why is it always that these guys, whenever they want to make an argument, they say, well, you're a woman or you're because you can't.
Inspired revolutions across the world. Your fucking numerology fucking Wall Street money. No lasting impact on history. Wall Street money. Karl Marx was funded by Wall Street money. He was funded by Wall Street money. There's a certain section of Zionists on Wall Street who fucking pushed that fucking Zionists. Theodore Herzl didn't write his fucking manifesto until the late 19th century. And they were after Capital and the Communist Manifesto was in the 19th century, you fucking faggot. Yes, I'm sure the Jews. Which Zionist Jews were backing Karl Marx when he was writing Capital in the fucking Communist Manifesto? He literally wanted the destruction of the Jewish communities. That's why they wanted to do it. He wrote essays on the fucking JQ. Yeah, oh wow. You guys know the history lesson. In the Soviet Union, there used to be a bullet. They would go from city to city. You talk shit about Stalin, and then all the people would say, yeah, we're with you. They get locked up in a bullet, and the bullet goes to the next city, and fucking start to scam all over again. You guys are stupid. Somebody who would like buy into the good Tsar bad boy artist fallacy. You would be just like a Russian village peasant who lives in like
Your ugly people were the ones that slaughtered the Tsar, Nicholas. Like, you guys are.
Oh wait, but Mac, aren't you Russian? Syria's people slaughtered Tsar Nicholas? Yeah, I sat in the Winter Palace with my Mosin and I smiled. Scots Irish his dead body was on the Scots Irish famously slaughtered Tsar Nicholas. This is very true.
Yeah, well, yeah, the whole thing, you guys said.
After I stabbed him 50 times.
It's fucking disgusting, man. Just slaughter a beautiful Russian family, like, really?
The Irish were.
Yeah, these guys need to get rounded up. Wow. So, and who's gonna do that for you? What, you and the 30 fucking pay pigs who quit? No, I don't want to do that. When the economy collapses next year and you guys are gonna fucking be eating trash. When the economy collapses, for you. When the economy collapses, bro. No, when the economy collapses, what, you think that the masses are gonna sign with like retarded, rent-seeking petite bourgeois like you? Bourgeois! You fucking communist faggot! Bourgeois! You ain't taking up the fucking it's all class analysis if you were like at all ideological. All of these guys are the absolute scum of the goddamn earth. They want to take your money. They want you to work. Your money specifically. The only thing you can do is be organ donor. Show up at your house with guns and they should rip all of your money and all of your assets. I live in Trump Tower in Sunny House. Come through.
You guys are thieves. You guys are just thieves. That's all.
I live in Trump Tower in Sunny Isles. How are you donating? How do you think the world respects? Do you think that history respects people who respect? Oh, I respect territorial boundaries and property rights and others. Is that such a wholesome justice? Or do you think that the world respects conquerors, killers who take what they want?
Respect commentator. I have a question.
Yeah.
You said you work in HVAC, right?
I didn't say we're HVAC. That's Sharia.
Well, somebody did here. Well, you know, my husband
works. Terrorist.
My husband works in HVAC, and he, I guess.
That's what I know. Okay, good work. I could get him fired.
That's a real job, by the way.
Yeah, you're a real alpha male. You're really fucking good at fire. Can you tell me where you work? And I'm gonna call your boss. Tell me. I shouldn't call your boss. You're such a fucking alpha male. I'm scared of the boss's company. It's very simple, man. You're a piece of shit. I'm scared. I'm scared right now. Go to China. Go to the Middle East. Go to Africa. Live with the niggers.
Wow, so
Ooh, Africa, niggers? Oh my god, dude, that sounds like a heckin' racism you did there. Are you sure you don't shit all
Just mentioned Sunny Isles and Trump Tower. Do you know Satoshi Nakamoto?
No, I do not. Not a real person, he's a fucking pseudonym.
But I'm just saying, there's a guy that lives there. He's a friend of mine. His name is Joby Weeks, a.k.a. Satoshi Nakamoto. Do you know who he is?
Are you talking about the guy? You talking about the guy who you want to sell to us?
No, I'm not gonna sell anything.
Dude, what the fuck? He's like, all of the biggest grifters are just like charging at this space right now. Just fucking trusting the store.
And it's so weird because we have the money, so it's like, why would they be coming to us? Like, you're really wasting your time here.
They think we're actually, because we're like poor, retarded gay peasants, like we are the perfect audience to sell their like retarded course to.
Nobody is here to sell anything to you, fucking fat.
I don't know.
I'm subscribing to one course and one course only, and that is called the Liminal Order by Jack Murphy. And if you're not Jack Murphy, I don't want to talk to you. I want to know how to be a man, okay? Max is correct. I don't know how to talk to women. I need Jack Murphy here right now to tell me how to talk to women, attract women, and become a true alpha male. And if you can't do it for you right here,
you're a lost cause, bro. You might as well go visit Dr. Jack Kevorkian and try next lifetime.
alayhi salam.
Here, Sir Muta Kusamak.
You said that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not that right.
Well, both my
It's
dad and my
also-
husband were in honest trades, and they think you communists should be lined up a fucking wall.
Amen. Yeah, because they don't understand what communism is. No, we don't understand. Communism has failed everywhere it's been tried. Venezuela, fucking Soviet Union, everywhere it's been tried, it's failed. But they fucking know best. Seems like it's doing pretty well. Seems like it's working out pretty well for China and Vietnam. That's not booming in Vietnam and China. They're like booming. That's capitalism. Seems like it's working capitalism over there. How is it capitalism? Why is it capitalism?
China is not full communist. China is not full communist.
They say that China. You guys don't know anything about the Chinese system.
The Chinese.
We know enough that we know it's going to
China's
fall.
economy is going to collapse. So the
Big time.
China does have a capital.
How many fucking years have people been saying China's going to collapse and they just
Yeah,
never
China's got ghost cities the size of Manhattan and nobody lives there.
Yeah, they've had those for 10 fucking years. And every fucking month, these dorks, like that serpent CA or fucking Y86 guy, those China's about to collapse. Oh, the Evergrande, fucking real estate housing bubble, it's about to totally
They built those cities big because they wanted to live.
You guys moved to China if China's so great. Why do you still live here?
Oh, because I want to subvert the American empire as much as humanly possible.
Why would I go to China? I'm not Chinese.
This is the guy who thinks communism is
Go to Canada. Go to Cuba.
Yeah, go to North
Go to
Korea.
Canada?
Go to Cuba.
Canada, the NATO member? What?
Well,
Do you think that like Canada and China are the same thing?
no, but that might be the only country that your level of self-preservation adaptation can handle.
What?
The ability to adapt, you know?
Also, by the way,
It's
isn't
kind of
yours
also
like
different
bringing
than
up
the
these
United
weird
States.
fucking
You might
crypto
go
scammers out of the
you
mail?
get free shitty healthcare over there. So maybe you should give that a try.
Yeah, I have Canadian friends, and they say that healthcare is horrific.
It's terrible.
Yeah, you know what's like so much better is going bankrupt because you need to get a fucking hip replacement, bro. That's
You get
epic. Dude,
bankrupt.
that's awesome.
Weak ones get bankrupt. That's a you problem.
You won't be able to get the actual hip replacement. You can't go bankrupt getting a hip replacement surgery. If you're gonna go bankrupt getting a hip replacement surgery, you're not gonna get a hip replacement surgery to begin with. You're already bankrupt.
You got insurance, bro, or you're that fucking ghetto.
Hello?
I studied anthropology, and back then, if a male couldn't provide for his tribe, he was taken out. He was seen as a predator. So I know how to solve the
We
problem.
need to bring that back.
If you couldn't provide for his tribe.
We need to bring that back.
If a man can show any value, he has no personal relation, kind of explain and protect his tribe because they kill people now. Hoarded wealth, money, which is fictional, isn't even real. I'm telling them, you don't pay bills, you don't buy communism here. You don't buy gas, all money's fake, all money's not real. You don't need money, you don't get paid, you don't have a job, you don't pay taxes. What the fuck is wrong with it? No. Money itself isn't real. Money has represented a value. Okay, it represents actual real labor. Now, people like you provide. Can you imagine trying to talk to a woman? I think we'll understand this more than you. Are you such a pussy? Are you such a pussy worshipping desperate faggot that your only thing you can talk about is like, women give me more attention than you. Women, pussy, women attention. Women, please, give me validation. Worshipping desperate faggot that your only thing you can talk about is like, women give me more attention than you. Women, pussy, women attention. Women, please, give me validation right now. Have they ever had any pussy besides paying for it? What do you think? Women, please validate my opinions. You're literally proving my point. Women on the panel, please validate my viewpoint. You are such a fucking simp.
Calm down.
You live in, yes, exactly right. You talk about beta males, you are literally like the fucking Neolithic farmer in the fucking longhouse. You would pay a mad woman statue. Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Yeah, I would.
Yep, absolutely I would. Beat the fuck out of you.
Stop it.
You would beat the fuck out of me? Oh, well, hey, unfortunately for you, I live in a stand your ground state. I live in a stand your ground state.
Yeah,
so I don't know how that would go
going to Florida.
Oh, okay, but you would think that it would go well for you if you attack the person first?
No, I'll insult you until you attack me. Then I'll take you out.
Yeah, you're such a pussy. Okay, yeah, you're such a tough guy, man. Yeah, you can't even throw the first punch? What are you, bitch? Are you scared of getting shot? You scared of getting maced?
To your face and see what you do about it.
Nothing, because I'm not a low impulse faggot like you.
You're a fucking nigger. That's what you are. And I'll fucking pull
really? No, because only a nigger would think that that's going to work on somebody. Only a nigger would think that that is going to work on somebody, that I can provoke them to punch me by going like, your mama's a hoe. Hey, your mama's a hoe.
Oh, it will be so easy to fucking piss you off because you're worthless. You haven't accomplished anything in life, and you're very resentful because you can't get a woman. You can't have any. You can't.
Yeah, you sound very at peace right now. Especially with how much you try to appeal to female validation.
I'm not trying to give you anything, bro. I'm just
getting mad pussy, I'm sure.
That is not true at all.
With that fucking bubble lips ass hoe and your fucking
it just so happens in this space, you are the bitches.
Did you just call your wife a hoe?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, his wife is a fucking fake lip, bubble lip, bimbo ass hoe.
No, you're keeping his wife out of this, please.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Also, are you the one who's inviting all these fucking crypto scammers up to the panel?
Not.
Josie, we gotta check. We're gonna have to do an audit.
He does not give a fuck about female validation. He says misogynistic shit.
Yeah, that's why he's constantly going, hey, woman,
Myra Gaines manager. Hey, you agree with me, right? I'm Myra Gaines manager.
Yeah, that's why you're constantly asking other women on the panel what they think. Hey, you agree with me that these are beta males, right?
He's making a point.
I'm making a point that usually I come in here and I cook the bitches, but it just so happens that
all of your insults are an appeal to female attention. It's all, you get no pussy, women don't pay attention.
No, that's a fact.
Subconsciously, that kind of suggests you have some problems.
I have kids, bro. I got 2 kids. I got a wife, been married for over 20 years.
Oh, okay, why don't you fucking pay attention to them then? Why are you here? Why don't you pay attention to them? What do you do?
Your
Sleeping right
kids
now.
must hate you.
They're sleeping right now. They love me, bro. I'm a great dad.
I'm sure you are.
Listen, you can make
I
it
don't
all
think
you
you should
want.
be
One thing
around
you can
kids 'cause
take
you
from
actually
him
might
is
do
he's
something
a
to
good
him.
dad and a good husband to his wife. Okay.
How do we listen? I don't think it makes sense to involve people's personal lives. People can shit all they want out of their personal lives, make up whatever lies they want. It's pointless. It's absolutely pointless to talk about personal lives over here. Okay, it's absolutely pointless.
Do you have any kids,
I
sir?
want to tell you. Did you say?
Do you have any kids,
What did
sir?
I just say? What did I just say?
I'm asking you a question. Do you have any kids, sir?
I'm not going to answer questions.
You don't have any kids because you can't get a woman.
I'm not going to. You see, that's the thing. That's
No, that's
all
a
I'm
fact.
saying.
And
Okay,
you're
again, constantly
Fair.
appealing to female validation, constantly appealing to female validation, kind of shows that you have some sort of insecurity.
I have
What?
some
Guys who like get tons of pussy, they usually don't need to go around.
I don't get tons of pussy. I'm married to one woman.
Sorry. Okay, you see, even if I did have, or if I do, or if I don't have a wife and kids, I wouldn't say that because I have respect for myself and I have respect for them.
No one here has any respect for you.
I have the
Okay,
Gary,
based
I
on
think
the way
you're
you're talking,
confusing the
boys,
voice
no one
of
respects you here, bro.
Gary, I think you're confusing the voice of respect and the other guy. It kind of
Oh,
sounds
okay, my apologies.
because he was defending you.
Crime pills. Can you give me one logical argument about how communism can be pro-white? I'm waiting for it.
Okay,
yeah, we already
argument about how communism is inherently anti-white.
NKVD fucking slaughtered a whole bunch of fucking white people in Russia. Millions. NVKD.
Something that if there was a counterpoint, it would disprove it. So it's much easier.
And it was Stalin's
Hey,
secret
Max
police.
Prime. Even if that was true, which by the way, it's fucking not.
It is.
Russia, the Soviet Union, was infinitely more white than contemporary liberal capitalist America, and that is a fact. Communist countries are always more.
Russia is not. Russia and America is Muslim right now.
Yeah, and how many of those Muslims are like white people from the Caucasus?
They're actually mixed with Chinese and white now because the Chinese men are fucking going up north. The fucking.
Okay, so like now are you like a Russian guy? You're like,
I actually
Russians
know,
are like.
but I've been to Russia. Have you been to Russia?
I speak Russian, right?
So
are you like a
I speak Russian. I've been to Russia. My family's in Russia. You're gonna fucking tell me about Russia?
Russian accent?
You can't have any positive
All I'm saying,
That's not 141 I do that.
I'm not even joking, Jim. I don't know if you have a passport. I will buy you a first class ticket to fucking Eritrea.
Dude,
I want you to
do
go
you not understand that your humiliation factors, they're disgusting. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're talking about human beings, and you're telling me that you can't even have a positive influence on someone who's 85 like you? Let's say that the fact that was 85. Let's just say, which I don't know.
Somebody is slimy you for the vaccine.
Let's say that it was.
Based on controversial studies often cited in international IQ comparisons, such as those by Lynn and
But you're so toxic, dude. You're so toxic.
estimates average IQ in
So
Eritrea is approximately 85.
You're disgusting, dude. You're real gross.
85,
You're
bro.
gross.
The entire country.
What's your gross?
Fucking short bus kids.
You're
The
disgusting.
entire country.
You want to humiliate people? Why else is this trying to be your 141 on you?
I'm not saying
This
that
is what
that's
you want to do? No, it's disgusting, dude.
Bima,
You can't think of any. Yeah, well, he's not claiming to have 141
I'm
IQ.
not saying that there's
Rich
not.
does.
I'm not
He
saying there's
goes
not
around the
content
globe with about 141
in
IQ.
Eritrea, and there isn't fucking intelligent people there. I'm not saying that.
No,
I'm
but
saying
what
on
you're saying
average,
is
the
that when
median
we're talking
IQ
to people, who
is
gives a
85.
shit? But when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about the reason that you're bringing up in this conversation, in this moment, with this specific conversation, is to humiliate him. That's what you want to do. With 141 IQ, that's the best you got?
He thought you meant drugs when you said dopamine.
A lot of people don't know what dopamine is, Rich.
If you're fucking retarded. He thought you were talking about drugs. He said, I don't know no dopamine.
That shit is so funny, bro. She said you are so sucker. Bro, I'm dead.
Yeah, he can speak Gen Alpha, but he can't fucking know what dopamine is. Holy shit.
Yeah, well, we live in a country of a bunch of,
Retards. Yes, retards.
well, of tyrants, the left and the right.
Bima, I'm even willing to bash on the U.S. 13% of the U.S. population is sub 85. There's a fucking thing called a bell curve. The outliers on the fucking left and the right side of the bell curve.
Are you not conceiving that I am not rejecting, I'm not challenging your facts. I'm challenging the mention of it in this conversation, Rich. I'm not challenging whether it's true or false. I'm challenging why you're bringing it up in this conversation.
Because this guy's shown to be a fucking moron.
Tactics to humiliate people with 140
Oh my god, it's not a racial
something better.
tactic.
Can't you teach anybody anything here? With 141 IQ, you got 41 points on me, and you can't teach me anything except how not to be, what not to do?
He's Eritrean, he's not even black.
Asian motherfucker. Asian motherfucker.
Miriam, you wanna talk to the retarded man?
No, I don't want to talk to you, motherfucker.
No,
That's right,
with the
man.
Eritrean guy? I'll invite King.
No, we just don't do humiliation tactics on people. Especially not with 141 IQ.
I'll be your best.
Propose it.
I have my card.
Yeah.
If you want
shit.
talk more, just open your mic, motherfucker.
Yeah, you tell her to shut her fucking mouth.
Good job. Open your mic. Good job. Open your mic, motherfucker. Good
Oh
job.
god. Do we have another Sarah / BB here?
No, she said
She's drunk.
She was just
You have another Persian woman who is actually like very sensitive.
Yeah, a drunk Persian woman. The most sensitive one is a drunk one.
I can say a sensitive Persian woman.
Hey, do you guys see my picture? I found this new strain of honeysuckle on my property. They're real and they taste delicious. Look at my honeysuckles. I discovered garlic mustard on my property too today.
Bima, are you Persian too?
No,
No, she's Italian.
no, I'm actually
I
I'm
can
Indian.
she understands and she's very sensitive.
Wait, who's Irish?
She's Persian.
So I just found out that I have
Everything
13. It's funny. So I'm Lithuanian mostly. Well, I'm Italian, Lithuanian, and then a little bit of Irish. Yeah, interesting.
Oh, what a surprise. People from New York and New Jersey have Irish ancestry. Wow. Would have never thought it.
Sean, you have to deal with the mostly like a sensitive woman. Please just be there with us.
Mostly Lithuanian, though, Lily. Lithuanian and Italian.
Sensitive woman on this app.
My father's 100% Southern Italian.
And Mariam has so much like passion. They can feel it. She's like sweating, like very nice.
Yeah, she's sweating alcohol as drunk as she is.
No, I can't say this alcohol because we are
How much
so
alcohol have
sensitive
you
these
drank
days, Sean.
How much wine
These
here?
days we are so sensitive because we are under like a really
I hope
heavy
you're
pressure.
drinking Shiraz wine.
Shiraz wine? No, tequila, Sean. Come on.
Yeah, Shiraz wine's delicious. I love it. Black Swan.
No, but
It's cheap.
tequila with mango is better.
No, I like Black Swan Shiraz.
Mariam,
Cheap,
your
it's like $10.
tequila with mango is
Cheap
better, right?
wine. It's peppery. It has nice sweet taste. Has a nice
See,
aftertaste and
we
bite.
have in the same page. We like alcohol.
Do you know what happened to me the other day, Lily? I went and I got these mangoes from the store. organic mangoes. The outside was impeccable. There was not a blemish. It was, I mean, like, it was just perfect. Everything. There was nothing visibly wrong with this mango. But I brought it home, and when I cut it open, I took a piece. I ate like a piece of it, and it tasted awesome.
Read the chat.
You know the best drink is.
Wait, hold on, but wait, I have to tell you.
Oh wait, is Miriam the one that was talking about she has her naked photos? Was this her?
But I want to have my mango. So listen,
See,
I lifted up
Miriam is the one that supports RFUC.
the seed in the middle of the mango, and it was rotten. How did the mango rot from the inside? Fruit rots from the inside out?
Yeah, like Miriam, because Miriam's an IRGC supporting piece of shit.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
you live in microbe rots from inside out.
That's crazy. I didn't know that because I was just like, how could this possibly have gotten rotten? I just couldn't believe it. I've never seen. I just always thought it started from the outside and worked its way
Wait,
in.
Lily, did you
One of
Miriam's
the
an
rots starts from
IRGC
inside
supporter?
and rots outward.
Contaminated from outside.
Lily, did you know that Miriam is IRGC
Yeah, and that's why
supporter?
this
No,
one's
I
like
don't think
impeccable.
so.
There was no
She
contamination.
just.
She is. Ask
Miriam,
Ruffy.
no.
Ruffy's
No, Miriam is just an emotional woman. She actually impressing her feeling with the sweating, but I think she has a good soul.
She is the religious one.
Every Jew.
She is the religious one that likes IRGC. She was in the room earlier. She left. If you ask her about the benefit of a woman, get following the boom, she will snap. What? Your fucking English is terrible, bro.
I'm gonna ask her. Mariam John, are you with the Jamhuri Islami?
I don't know where
Go ahead, Miriam. That was for you.
Rafi,
Mariam
a
John,
couple
are
men
you with Jamhuri Islami?
that sound exactly like you, and I swear you all
Talk to her in Farsi, Lily.
Okay, Mariam John, شما با جمهوری
You guys all
اسلامی
sound
هستی
the
عزیزم؟
same.
It's not that it's racist.
Well, I don't know where you're from, but I'm telling you,
She's not
it started in crypto. I know this crypto guy sounds exactly like you.
مریم جون میتونی جواب بدی عزیزم اصلا اگه با جمهوری اسلامی هم هستی من هیچ دشمنی باهات ندارم چون نظرته.
Where do you live, Rafi?
Canada.
Where?
مریم جان میتونی جواب بدی عزیزم؟
He's saying what?
He lives in Canada. He drives a BMW M Series SUV
Oh
diesel.
my God. Why do you
He
answer
drives to work
everybody's
every day.
talking to you, Sean?
She
Okay,
doesn't
can
answer
everybody
These are
focus
actually
on
helpful.
this?
We just get
Everybody
messages.
ask for your question.
I want to get, listen, Bima. I want to get Bima.
You just, nobody's, I'm talking to Rafi.
I
I'm
know
not
Bima.
talking to you. I don't
Bima,
want
we
you to
really want to get to the point where Lily starts calling Miriam a dirty whore for supporting the IRGC.
Oh my God.
Miriam supports the IRGC, and Lily was defending her, but she didn't realize that Miriam's also IRGC supporter, and that she's a religious Muslima. Go ahead, Lily.
مریم جان نمیخواین جواب بدی؟ Okay, she doesn't answer.
All right, Miriam.
I told you guys.
Go
I
ahead, Miriam.
Miriam, if you don't fucking talk in the next 10 seconds, I'm gonna move you out of the room. So go ahead and respond to Lily. Hold on, Rafi.
I asked her, I told her, I asked Mariam, and I said if she's with the Jamhuri Islami, I still respect her because she believing, and that is her belief, and I respect it, but she
I
doesn't
don't respect
answer.
that. I don't fucking respect that.
She have
No,
a one.
I'm saying,
Lily, she have a one SIM card.
her belief.
She have a one.
Glow.
She has one
I'm
SIM card.
saying, even though if it's her belief, I respect it, but she doesn't answer.
Gotcha.
I think Mariam needs to actually make her spot, and she doesn't know where she's belong.
Lily, what you're silent, you're basically agreeing.
I think Lily is like the guy earlier, Pierre. Remember when he was so drunk he passed out? I think Miriam left her phone on mic and passed out.
Oh, me or Maya?
Miriam.
Okay. You know what the thing is? Let me tell you something. I told you I'm living in Canada for 40 years. And I know some people, they don't know where they belong. They don't know if they belong to the Jamhuriya Islami or they belong to somewhere else. They don't believe anything. They just believe nothing, basically.
Darren, you have no idea. I've been beating the shit out of Muslims for
exactly. They don't know nothing. I'm not Tamarian, but I'm saying people normally, if they don't use their brain, they don't know where they belong.
I use my brain. I still don't know where I belong.
Bima, I was talking to my mom today in Iran. She's living in Iran. She's living in Tehran. And she was talking to me about the prices, like how everything is going so expensive. Like if you are living in I'm coming from I don't know how to say it because Persian lying a lot, but I'm coming from a good family. Even with a good family, they actually suffering because of the prices.
A well-to-do family.
Yeah, I can imagine. I definitely can imagine. Lily, I have a question for you. You said your mom was living in Tehran. What did she say about what is it called, the Crimson Winter from December to January of this year? Like all those people being murdered. Did she say anything to you about that?
What did she say? Because I lost my dad like last year, and she's mostly in home. But mostly when we talk, the only thing she tell me, everything is fine, everything is good, we're doing well. She doesn't say anything because she's afraid of talking over the phone.
So Lily, the question that Bima's trying to get to is
don't let him pause.
Okay, hold on, Bima. You
don't know what I'm
you went on mute. Oh my God, you went on mute. You can correct me after I'm done.
Don't speak for me.
I don't know why you don't like fucking people to talk. Like, holy
I
shit.
don't like people to speak
Okay.
for me.
I'm not going to talk about
Bima.
I'm not going to talk about Bima. Listen, Lily, there's people on this app who don't know if they believe that the IRGC really killed like 40,000 people in 2 days. They don't know if that's really true.
Sean, that's not me.
Thank God that's not me.
You said you didn't know if it was true.
Yeah,
You kept asking Iranians.
You
kept asking Iranians.
You want to apologize. You're such a troublemaker, dude.
Bima, let me say it. What I believe and what I heard from my family in Iran, they kill lots of people in Iran, but not 40,000. They kill a lots of people, but not 40,000. And they're still killing people because they've been in the street, they throwing the stone in the like a government people and all those things. They're killing people, but not 40,000.
How many do you think, Lily? Yes.
I don't know. They kill lots of people, but 40,000 is a lot.
So, Lily, do you disagree with the Minister of Health from Iran when he says it's 35,600 or 36,500?
They lie, Sean.
Why would they lie? Why would the government of Iran make the number, Lily, why would they make the number higher? They would say, oh, maybe 500 or 100 or 10 people.
Honestly, I'm not gonna say the thing. I don't know it. I don't know how many people they kill, but they kill a lot.
I mean,
excuse me,
yeah.
Lily, excuse me, Sean.
No, she wants to talk.
I cannot talk anymore because police of United States told me if you talk anymore, we are arrest you. Thank you so much. You are
Thank
here.
God we have fucking democracy.
I'm here for you guys, and you are my voice. Thank you a lot. Love you all.
I hope they send you back to Tehran.
So
I hope they don't.
why?
I hope they revoke your visa or your green card and send you. She was fucking supporting IRGC.
I don't know, Sean. I post so many things in my Instagram about like the things happening in Iran, about like the government or the people.
Yeah, but Lily, you're not supporting IRGC. She is.
No way. But you know the thing is, I never get any like messages or something from anyone. No one. But it's hard. It's a tough time for the Persian. I believe it. It's a very tough time, especially the people who live in Iran. It's very tough for them. Like we are living outside, we doing our life, we working, we living, but they are the one who's actually suffering.
Lily, US or Canada?
Sorry, I'm in Canada.
Oh, okay.
In Toronto.
Good.
I'm living in Toronto for 38 years, almost 40 years.
I think Ocean lives Canada, and he's also Iran.
What makes you guys check Canada instead of US?
It's easier to get in.
Live in Canada.
It's easier to enter into Canada. That's what most of the
Canada
like
take a lot of people here or something?
Yes. Well, they take a lot of orders.
The time I was applying for immigration, I was thinking about US, I was thinking about Canada, and I was thinking about Australia. And then the time I was thinking, because like Canada was like very family oriented country, and I was hearing, I wasn't in Australia before, and I heard they are very racist. And because of the complication between Iran and US in that time, then I picked to actually be immigrant in Canada. And then I came here.
So what?
I don't know if
So
it's
what?
a good choice or not, but I'm living here for 38 years.
So once you get citizenship in Canada, can immigrate into the US. That's what.
I mean, I applied for Canada. When I was in
Chicago,
Iran, I applied
Minority Park Road, you know Marino Chrysler Jeep Ram, great service, great sales,
to Canada. I know my friends came and immigrant to Canada. They actually
Yeah, it's easier to go as a Canadian citizen into the US
exactly.
than it is to go from France or Germany or Syria.
You're right.
Fuck Canada.
Ocean, you don't like Canada?
Oh, I hate Canada.
For me, to be honest, if I was talking to you 5 years ago,
Even though I live in Canada, I have no idea.
Don't let him lie. He lives in Los Angeles.
Everyone who lives in Canada is a faggot.
I don't know. I
You live in fucking Los Angeles. You live in the gayest fucking place besides San Francisco. You're such a liar, bro. Such a liar.
No, but what I'm saying if it was 5 years ago, I was defending Canada, and I was saying like, fuck off, Canada is the best country.
Pizza night, keep it simple, no government side.
Enjoy I-5.
Indian attacked Canada. I said,
Yeah, he had something.
Something's in your mouth.
What are you eating?
Truffle.
A Brussels sprout?
Truffle.
Truffles? At what time is it there by you?
Oh, he's all foodie, Toluti, and shit living in fucking Los Angeles.
Oh my
Bring us some
Spicy from bed? That's bad.
Empathy ran away.
Canada became like a third world country.
Hey, Rick.
I
can't talk to you when you have your mouth full. My mother and father taught me fucking manners and those shit. Finish your truffles.
Which?
No, you have truffles. You sound like a fucking pig. You sound like a pig in the forest eating truffles. You sound like an Italian pig eating truffle.
Really good for
Wait, can we listen to him eat? I want to just listen to him eat, please. I need to live vicariously. Can you just
No, but
off?
I got something good for you, Rick. You don't want to
Yeah,
hear it?
go ahead.
I found Mariam's phone number for you.
Oh shit.
Hey, BB.
Motherfucker,
BB, do you love BB? Hold on, BB, hold on. Do you love Miriam because Miriam loves IRGC for real?
Yeah, I don't really get her. I don't understand. She doesn't speak very well English, and yeah.
She said the U.S. BB. She said the U.S. government. Oh my God, BB. She said the U.S. government contacted her and told her she's not allowed to talk about Iran anymore, or she's gonna get in trouble.
Oh yeah, are you there, Mariam?
I'm not really sure what languages she speaks, and I've never heard her speak Farsi.
Mariam, you said last 4 digits of your number is 8803.
She speaks Farsi. What she says.
Hold on, Lily. Ocean has something good. Go ahead, Ocean.
See that light? Did you see that light, Rick? It's the last 4 digits of your number 8803.
Sean, will you always actually shut me down? And then
Ocean. I know, Lily, I'm sorry. I apologize. We love you. Lily, we love you, but Ocean was trying to read Miriam's last 4 digits of her social security number.
It's 8803. Yeah, Mariam? You want me to give it to you, Rick?
Yes, give me it.
Why
Read
do you
it out. Read it out.
Why are you doing that?
Because she's an IRGC supporter. Because the IRGC wants Ocean and BB killed, and Lily killed.
BB, do you speak Farsi? BB, پرستو چی میشه؟
You're taking the frustrations and the mental illness of this app, and you want to create momentum and outside of this to like what are you doing?
Bima, there is something they
I
call
hope
in
you're
Farsi.
joking.
There is.
No, he's not joking because Miriam gave him a thumbs up, which meant she.
Let me tell you something. When women in Iran, they are actually with the government of Iran, they call them parastu. And I was calling BB what they call it in English because I don't remember. Parastu is not like an eagle. It's not
Traitor.
Nurse.
What?
Traitor.
Not the nurse. No.
Like a traitor.
Parastu is a bird. It's a bird.
Oh, Lily, BB didn't live in Iran long enough to understand Farsi.
I want to know who's going to close down the room.
Rafi, are you packing your dick?
This motherfucker.
What the hell is that?
I'm going to sleep.
Okay, go to sleep. Night, night, sweetheart. I'm gonna
Good
get this
night,
shit for all
Rafi.
my house.
Good
We're gonna rent Muslims in promise.
No.
Good night, Rafi.
Good night, guys. Somebody close down the room.
Okay, we will.
I'm not responsible for the show.
I'll lock the door. I'll turn the lights off. Don't worry.
I'm just making about to serve notes.
Yeah, I'll turn the lights off and lock the door.
1990, Ocean, 1990.
1980, when?
She's telling you to go away. She's telling you to go to sleep.
Is Lily also our supporter?
No.
Fuck you. Fuck no.
What's your mind?
Fuck it, I'll stay up for a minute.
So Mariam, I would love to speak with Mariam, but
Rafi, you know
she only
I
comes
support
here to give
people for
Pepe
Lily.
heart.
You know that, right?
You know.
She said police of the United States told me we will arrest you if you talk about Iran.
Rafi, you know I expose people for a living. You remember
So the feds showed up at her house, it sounds like.
that guy Cyrus, you remember him? He came to the room and was like, oh, these people are rapists. And I'm like, motherfucker, didn't you have a rape case? Didn't you go to prison for 15 years? Because you raped somebody? Oh yeah, but it's
You know how I know Miriam's full of fucking shit? Because if the FBI did actually show up at her house and threatened to arrest her,
She wished she didn't come back on Clubhouse. Yeah,
She said she's like 22. I don't hear that.
Oh, she looks like she's fucking 44 and she's a tortilla.
Yeah, at least. But I don't know what she's promoting, but and she doesn't sound Persian either. But anyway, that's somebody.
No, she is. She is right.
Like she's just.
Oh, she's maybe she's Persian. Mariam is Persian.
Yeah, Mariam is
Slovak
sister.
Vale.
Mariam is
دیگه همیشه میاد اینجا and
She
then
says, Phoebe, she says, United States of the government of the United States told her do not talk. We're gonna be in trouble. She's gonna be arrested if she's talking about the Jamhuri Islami.
ولی فکر نکنم اصلا تو آمریکا باشه.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. She's Parastu. That's why I was telling you. She's Parastu.
Oh, you mean like a bird that's
پرستوهای ایرانی دیگه همونایی که مال سپاه پاسدارانن.
yeah. Like a, yeah, I don't know.
Holy fuck! Everyone, shut the fuck up. Hold on, baby.
You know, Sean, when they call Parastu, let me tell you what is Parastu.
Alright, I'm not trying to rudely
It's
interrupt you, but Rafi, we have fucking Shuki in the audience. Please get him on stage.
Okay, let me tell you what is Sean. You want me to tell you what
No,
is?
it's fine. We get it.
Shuki, please come up. Yalla, Shuki.
Who is Shuki?
You want to fly in the Shuki Express? Look up, Rafi, look up.
Oh, he's not coming up.
He's a Jewish Israeli guy who lives in Texas. Mossad agent.
Nice. We love them.
Yes, we love you, Shuki. Come on stage, yalla. Come on.
Is he the guy who was kidnapped?
No.
You know there was a guy on
Yeah, that's Shuki. What's his name? The one who was kidnapped by the doctor and the fucking
Has anybody heard from
journalist.
him? Is he okay?
Rafi, are you awake?
Traumatized?
Rafi, you faggot, are you awake? Bro, we literally got Shuki in the room and Rafi's fucking sleeping.
No, Rafi.
Oh, he's giving thumbs up.
Can't talk. You gotta ask Abby. Abby right now.
Yeah, Abby's asleep. Shuki, get on stage, come on. Please, Shuki. Come with your fellow Jews, Shuki. Damn, look at Ocean and Glow talking.
So who's this Cyrus guy? He's Persian?
I don't know.
With a rape face? That's not nice.
Where's he at? Let's see. Did you say Cyprus?
Cyrus. Oh, yeah, I think it must be Cyrus. Well, Cyprus is our name.
Cyprus showed up on my Ancestry.com too.
Isn't Pepe from Cyprus?
No. He's a French Basque or whatever.
He's a French.
Not Basque. What's the other name?
His temper. It's not Cyprus. It's yeah. It's an island.
4% Cyprus. What the heck? What, Eastern Mediterranean? Huh.
No, I've already.
Oh, Corsica. He's from Corsica.
Corsica, yeah.
Baby, did you see my honeysuckles that I took a photo of today? I found them on my property.
Oh, wow. Are they the same as those orange flowers that smell divine in the spring? talking about the tiger lilies?
No, they're like, well, they're not jasmine flowers, but the orange. That's very common in Iran. Like my granddad used to have them all over his walls. It's like a jasmine, you know, it's like a.
Yeah, the fucking one is so expensive.